Hey everyone. So today I'm going to be reviewing for you a product called Eye Secrets, and this is a product that I believe is made here in the UK, and it's called an instant eye lift. Before I do the review, I just want to kind of talk to you because I do get some criticism about some of the reviews I do, particularly when they're slightly more negative. It's not my intention to ever be negative about anything. I just want to give you my honest opinion on things, and I do realize that I oftentimes with products when they're not, sometimes they'll be very expensive but very good, and I'll state that they're good but they're very expensive, or you could find a cheaper alternative that's just as good. So it's not my intention to be negative about a product. I really just want to get across to you my own opinion on products, because I'm not affiliated and I'm not on anybody's payroll, so I don't really have to conform, so to speak. And I guess I could just not review certain products, and maybe that's an option, but I do want to be as honest as I can about certain things. And with that said, I'm going to be reviewing for you Eye Secrets. If you go on the website, you'll see that the results are incredibly impressive. They say they work on hooded eyes and deep set eyes. I don't understand how they would work on deep set eyes, but I absolutely can see how they will work on hooded eyes. They're tiny, tiny, tiny. You can't even see that, but they're tiny pieces. It breaks my heart to take one of these off, and you'll understand why in a second. They're tiny little bits of plastic that look like this, and they're incredibly sticky. And what you do is you sort of tilt your eye back, and you place one of these in the eye socket or on the crease where the hooded bit, the crease has fallen down. And what it does is it opens the eye up. And to a certain extent, it does do that. Now, the website says that they're completely transparent. I absolutely have not found that to be the case. My eyes aren't overly hooded, and I can see them on mine. I did do them on Mandy, who you've seen throughout some of the videos, right? And granted, you couldn't see them as strongly, but they were still visible when she blinked. So depending on the severity of the hooded eye would depend on whether or not they could be seen or not seen. Now, and I'll pop one in and show you so you can see what it looks like. My main problem with these is that you get, how many do you get? You get 66 of these transparent little pieces of plastic. My main problem with these is that, one, they're not completely transparent as they stated. Two, it says that you can apply your makeup first and then put them on your eye. Absolutely not. They do not adhere well to powdered makeup at all, at all. And if you're going to do a smoky eye that's dark and put one of these on, you're going to absolutely see it, because I tried it. It's visible. So that's disappointing. Second of all, or third of all, whatever, I'm losing track. These were £30 for 66 of these. There is no ingredients on these because they're little tiny bits of sticky plastic. I imagine that these would probably cost about 4p to make this entire set, if that. You could get the exact same effect by getting a tiny, tiny bit of surgical tape and cutting them, or even a very, very fine bit of tape, any tape that's really ultra fine, and get the exact same result, and saving yourself all this money. It's an extortionate amount of money, I think, for what transpires to be a tiny bit of sticky tape. I just do not recommend them at all. They do work to a certain degree, and I know people will be skeptical. The website does make them look spectacular, no doubt. I just cannot believe that I spent £30 to get these to review, and I'm absolutely disappointed, and it saddens me. This is probably one of the reviews that I'm absolutely most sad about, because I cannot think of anything that I could say ultra positive about these, because they're tiny bits of plastic that cost nothing to make, absolutely nothing to make. And I think for the price, that's really, really disheartening. £5, I would have thought, great, have a go, see what you think. But it's not for me. It may be for you. Let me know if you've used them and if you've had the wondrous results that are claimed. Mandy's eye did look slightly more open, but only slightly. And they were absolutely visible when she shut her eye or sort of extended her eyes down. You could see it, and they didn't adhere well, as I said, to powdered makeup. So if you're just going to do an eyeliner, you could definitely get away with it, and maybe they wouldn't be seen because your lashes would be curled and all the other things. But otherwise, I'm very disappointed. And the one thing I'm most concerned about is that these things do adhere really, really well. I mean, really well. Once they're stuck, they're stuck. They are a pain in the ass to get off, believe me. The amount of pulling and tugging it takes to take one of these off could absolutely, in the future, cause more sagging on the eyelid, because this skin's really thin and they really do stick. So pulling them off can be quite a chore. And also it does take some experimentation. On somebody else, it's very easy to do. On yourself, it took me 6 goes on one eye, meaning I had to use four of these because I just couldn't get it in place. And then the tackiness was not getting as strong because I stuck it and restuck it and stuck it. So I'm sorry, I don't mean this to be really negative, and I don't mean any harm on the company or anything like that. I'm just giving my opinion. I realize that other people may differ from it, but this is just my opinion, and just take it as that. If you want to give them a go, absolutely go for it. Otherwise, try it with a tiny, tiny piece of tape and you're going to get exactly the same results. So thank you for your time and your patience, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Okay, so this is the eye that is without anything in it, and you can see. And this is the eye that has the eye secrets in. I've put it into my crease. So I'll look straight on, and I'll look down, and you can see it here. Now, if I'm looking straight on, I think this eye definitely looks more open, and with mascara on perhaps you wouldn't see it the same way, but you can definitely see it, and you can also see why it would be a problem, because it's transparent. Apparently it's really going to show up on all kinds of dark or brightly colored eyeshadows, because it's going to show. So there you go. So one eye, 2 eyes.